gives Madeline Lisa Ream to wed Charles Jordan Hawkins?
We do.
Thank you. Please be seated. On behalf of Jordan and Maddie, I would like to welcome dear family and friends to bear witness and celebrate the union of these two incredible souls before me. My name is Sean Mayer, and this is my first wedding as an officiant, so I appreciate your patience up front. I met Jordan and Maddie in 2013, and what a ride it has been. They are very dear to me. Post-Christmas 2018, they came over for a drink and a debriefing after a hectic holiday season. They brought an envelope with my name on it. I opened it, and there was a gold foil heart on the front of the card, the kind that you scratch off to reveal something written beneath. Okay, I thought, here we go. This is a special lottery card, guaranteed to be a winner. I scratched and scratched. Not wearing my glasses, I thought it revealed the words, "Well, you made it." As in, you made it through the holidays, and now it's time for Vegas, baby. No, wait a minute. Focus eyes. It said, "Will you marry us?" I'd love to read to you what was written on the inside of this card, but I would have a hard time making it through the rest of this ceremony. Obviously. Suffice it to say that although I am ordained by the American Marriage Ministries to officiate this wedding, I feel as though I received my credentials to perform this ceremony that evening with the words written on the inside of this treasured card. It is quite possibly the best gift I've ever received. Jordan and Maddie first met in 2008. Maddie and her family traveled some 2,500 miles from the West Coast, Jordan and his from the Carolinas, to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a Holland America Thanksgiving cruise in the Caribbean. I imagine neither of them thought much about the potential of meeting a kindred spirit. The second day of the cruise, it happened. Jordan, lounging in a hot tub, donning some Ed Hardy swim trunks that I'm told he still owns, and holding his beverage of choice, and Maddie lounging on a chaise by the pool, their eyes met. That was the moment, the spark that lit their hearts. Recounting that moment, Maddie, a little blurry-eyed after a massage, thought it was a celebrity sighting. She thought Jordan was Prince William, and his brother Jake, Prince Harry. It's incredible to really think about the distances traveled and the circumstances that brought these two people to that moment in time and a chance glance. Later that day, Maddie followed Jordan onto an elevator, and Jordan set his plan in motion by inviting Maddie to watch a Green Bay Packers game. Romantic, right? And so it began. For the remainder of the 8-day cruise, they were inseparable, going on daily excursions together, staying up until all hours of the night, exploring and basking in paradise, falling in love. But all good things must come to an end, or at least an extended pause. The cruise ended, and after some tears and a painful goodbye, they traveled back to their respective homes on opposite sides of the country. Although they kept in touch, travel to see one another was daunting at their ages. I sensed as that year ticked on, neither of them were convinced anything would come of their chance meeting and the 8 days of bliss they spent together. That is, until Maddie's family proposed a trip. A trip where? She asked. To Myrtle Beach. Where's Myrtle Beach? Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Could it be? I'll give you one guess who was first on Maddie's South Carolina call list. And there was Jordy rolling up to the racetrack to pick up Maddie, driving a 1989 Ford Bronco, spray painted matte black. They spent a long weekend together, and after this brief reunion, their fate was sealed. This time around, they just could not let 2,500 miles get in the way of making it work. Over the next year, they met in Los Angeles, San Diego, Arizona, Tybee Island, Greenville. You see, love took over. In the fall of 2010, Maddie started college at the University of Miami. Finally, they were on the same coast, happy to just be in the same time zone, and now the travel was doable and frequent. They found a way to be together almost every weekend for the next 4 months. During that time, Jordan took Maddie to several Clemson games. She immediately fell in love with the community and campus and transferred from Miami to Clemson her second semester. Finally, they were together, and their relationship was in full swing. With this closeness, they relied on mutual support, and they discovered complementing strengths that enabled them to pursue the entrepreneurial passion, all the while nurturing their love for each other. For the next 8 years, they went from remodeling houses to building them, from renting property to owning it, all the while reinforcing the foundation of their partnership and love. And then came Bloom, the culmination of the support they have for each other that enabled them to create this incredible opportunity for themselves and, more importantly, for their community.
Got it.
Jordan and Maddie have done so much of the work it takes to have a successful marriage. First and foremost, they are each other's best friend. Their persistence to find a way to be close to one another bloomed into a commitment to be by each other's side, no matter the obstacles. Through their emotional growth and development as young adults, arguably the most difficult time in one's life, they were there for each other, not out of ease, but for enjoyment and for love. They are and should be proud of this determination and of the commitment they have made to each other, which brings us to this special day. Little break. Jordan and Maddie have prepared their own vows. I now invite them to recite their vow to each other.
Jordan, nearly 11 years ago, I fell head over heels for your charismatic personality, abundantly positive outlook on life, and the kind and compassionate way you treated those around you. But we didn't just fall in love, we fought for it. We chose each other despite seemingly insurmountable odds, and we made it. I couldn't be prouder to be standing here beside you today. So above all else, I vow to continue choosing you and our marriage every day for the rest of my life. I vow to encourage you, support you, and love you unconditionally on your best days, worst days, and every ordinary day in between. I vow to be your biggest fan, best friend, and greatest cheerleader, no matter how wild your ideas and inventions sound. I vow to give you the best of myself, continue growing alongside you, and use the patience that lasting love requires. I vow to remind you how much you are loved every day with words, but more importantly, through my actions. I vow to watch dirt bike races with you and try not to overfeed Grizzly. I vow to remember to slow down and to enjoy you and the life we've created together. I vow to let adversity continue to strengthen us as it has most of our relationship. I vow to put you first and keep your heart safe and never take our marriage for granted. I only wish your mom was here today to witness the amazing man that you have become. She would be so proud. I've been told that she had a heart of gold, just like you, and I can only hope that that same heart will be passed down to our children one day. I can't wait to be your wife.
right, guys, bear with me for a minute on this. Whew. All right, boys. Let's take this in for a sec. Maddie, I've loved you every day since the day I first saw you. Thank you for being the most amazing young woman I could ever dream of. One sec, guys. Man. Just give me a second, man. That's well done. Thank you for that. All right. Your selflessness, kindness, compassion, generosity, trust, friendship, brilliance, and beauty inspire me to constantly be the best version of myself. I promise to love you with all my heart for forever. I promise to give you the confidence of having a husband that will stand at your side in sickness and in health, in joy and sorrow, in plenty and in want, as long as we both shall live. To love and be loved is the greatest joy on earth. And every day, I feel like the luckiest man alive to share that feeling with you.
Maddie, with the vows you have just shared, do you now take Jordan to be your husband?
I do.
Jordan, with the vows you've just shared, do you now take Maddie to be your wife?
I do.
Mr. Jake? A ring is a circle which has no beginning and no end, symbolizing the unending love you have for one another. It is a daily reminder of this love, spoken here today in the vows you have just exchanged. Maddie, please take this ring, place it on Jordan's finger, and repeat after me. Jordan, I give you this ring as a symbol.
Jordan, I give you this ring as a symbol
Of my commitment and devotion to you.
of my commitment and devotion to you,
Always and forevermore.
always and forevermore.
With this ring, I marry you.
With this ring, I marry you
And bind my life to yours.
and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
My everlasting friendship.
my everlasting friendship,
And the promise of all my
and
tomorrows.
the promise of all of my tomorrows.
Jordan, please take this ring, place it on Maddie's finger, and repeat after me. Maddie, I give you this ring as a symbol
Maddie, I give you this ring as a symbol
of my commitment and devotion to you,
of my commitment and devotion to you,
always and forevermore.
always and forevermore.
With this ring, I marry you
With this ring, I marry you
and bind my life to yours.
and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
I would like to take this opportunity to invite everybody to observe a moment of silence. This is your opportunity to silently offer a salutation, devotion, a happy memory, or a prayer. It is also a moment to remember those souls who, while not here in person, live on in those around us. Jordan and Maddie, may your pursuit to make this world a better place for those whose lives you touch, both through your profession and your eternal optimism burn with the intensity of the love you have for one another. May you always remember that the family and friends in this space here today love and care for you as deeply as you both love and care for all of us. May your love for one another always keep you grounded and give you the perspective to easily overcome the tough times that are inevitable in life. May the wind always be at your back, pushing you forward into the world. May every new adventure and new discovery be a new beginning for you both as individuals and as one. I hope that very soon the day will come when all the hectic responsibilities of this day are over and all those dear to you are home, safe and sound, so that you may retreat to your perch on the eastern shore of Lake Saluda and watch the sunset from your nest. I'll even throw in an offer. I have a copy of A Dog's Life and a fresh block of Vermont extra sharp cheddar cheese if Grizzly wants to come spend the night. And now, dear friends, by the power vested to me by the American Marriage Ministries and the great state of South Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jordan, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense honor and a joyful heart to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Hawkins.